Well, really, one of the things I hope they take away today is there's more than one way to present your total value to a prospect or potential client. A lot of companies focus on price because they feel that's what the customer expects in talking about price. But there are many ways that we can focus our value to the customer or the prospect. Looking at the product itself, the availability of it, the technology of it, the performance of the product or the service, the people behind it, which really make it work, and then the place and the way to acquire the product or the service, the availability of it, and then the price as well. Or you know, it's possible to be the high-priced vendor, but the low-cost solution provider. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and how to position your product or service. And at that time, one of the things that we're going to also look at is people will pay more for perceived value. So how to be able to articulate that. We're also going to be discussing how sales really at the end of the day relates to a return on investment calculation, where it's not really the cost of your product or service, it's what the return or the perceived return will be to the customer. So if it's something that costs $1, yet the customer will get a benefit of $5, something like that, because then at that point it's not really the cost of the solution, it's the impact of the return. And that's really what I'd like them to be able to communicate to their customers, that it's about the return on investment and how their products or services will impact the customer's bottom line. And really incorporating all this is kind of my definition of sales, which is solving problems and fulfilling needs, as opposed to just pushing product. You know, I think it's age old, and this economy, while it's challenging for some, it's very rewarding for others. A lot of businesses don't follow the national economy. I've had clients that the last couple of years are their best years ever. So it runs in cycles for all businesses, and it depends on their position in the industry and their market specialty. But I really think that whether it's a good economy or a bad economy, as far as your business is concerned, we want to focus on solving problems and fulfilling needs. And the days of just pushing product like some of the stereotypical white shoes, white belt salespeople that we all knew from the 70s, that's over. So that, from a timing standpoint, that has to be in our rearview mirror.